House passes Trump's big beautiful bill. And they sell this fucking shit, big beautiful bill. Again, read your Trends Journal. We did a whole economic update on it. And here was your, on a grander scale, which the mainstream media has not reported, is that this tax bill will be very negative for the US dollar. Again, in previous Trends Journals, we have greatly detailed the US debt level is escalating, the death of the dollar. And now this tax bill has made a bad situation worse. Why does it make it worse? Because you're looking at what? How much? 3.3 trillion. It's going to add to the national debt. And the Trump administrations have argued that the $4.5 trillion in tax cuts will not add to the deficit.
Gerald Celente opens by addressing the market's seemingly positive performance. Dow up 344 points, S&P and NASDAQ hitting new highs, but quickly tears through the illusion. What's driving the euphoria? A better-than-expected jobs report. But as Celente says bluntly, people swallowed the shit. He argues the numbers are deceptive. While the media celebrates job creation, the reality is much bleaker. Most of the new jobs are in the government and healthcare/social services sectors. These aren't productive jobs that build real economic value. They cost taxpayers money and deliver low wages. What's more alarming is the continued loss of manufacturing jobs, traditionally higher paying and vital for national economic strength. He mocks the glorification of these new service jobs, calling them shit jobs that don't strengthen the economy, but are instead sold to the public like a placebo, while the real economic foundations erode beneath their feet.
The Dow was up 344 points. The S&P and the NASDAQ, boop, hit new highs. Yep. You know, on the news, the job report was better than they thought. And people swallow this shit. You look at the jobs that we created, right? Most of them were government jobs, which cost us money and they produced nothing. And then the other ones are in the healthcare sector, and social services. It pays shit. Manufacturing, boop, continue to lose jobs, keep going away. They pay higher wages. Service sector, that's what created. These are shit jobs, but they're selling the crap and the people are buying it. They're non-productive jobs. And again, of course, the big news is House passes Trump's big beautiful bill. And they sell this fucking shit, big beautiful bill. Again, read your Trends Journal. We did a whole economic update on it. And here was your, on a grander scale, which the mainstream media has not reported, is that this tax bill will be very negative for the US dollar. Again, in previous Trends Journals, we have greatly detailed the US debt level is escalating, the death of the dollar. And now this tax bill has made a bad situation worse. Why does it make it worse? Because you're looking at what? How much? 3.3 trillion. It's going to add to the national debt. And the Trump administrations have argued that the $4.5 trillion in tax cuts will not add to the deficit. So they passed this thing. And again, by the facts, it enriches the rich, just like as one did in 2017. All the facts are there. They're in your Trends Journal. The Tax Policy Center said the 1% of his last one got 64% of the benefits. And this one makes it even worse. Again, only by the data, and that's what we put out there. Let's see what else we have here. The who was it that said it? As we detailed in articles for this week's Trends Journal before the tax bill was approved by the Senate today, which was on Tuesday, we wrote that his tax cut bill in 2017 enriched the rich. This one will further enrich the rich and give just a few bucks in tax breaks to we, the people of Slavelandia. As with his 2017 tax cut bill, according to the Tax Foundation, the Senate bill that was just passed, again, this is before the House passed it today, and they didn't change anything, rewards the top 1% of Americans. The richest of the rich. That's right. If you're earning over like about $65,000 a year, then you get the best bricks. The rest of you get peanuts. Yep. And that's where it's going. I guess they're off with their heads 2.0, huh? The bill, ready? Includes $150 billion in additional military spending, and $113 billion of it will be used to supplement the 2026 military budget. This has been put out by antiwar.com. Yep. According to Breaking Defense, $29 billion for shipbuilding, $25 billion for the Golden Dome. A waste of fucking money, the Golden Dome. New Millennium Warfare, this dome ain't gonna stop shit, but it's gonna make their buddies rich, I forgot. Yep. $25 billion for munitions. Again, $1 trillion, and this is the Trump that lied his way into office as the peace candidate. We want to have peace on earth all over, he said in September 2024. Yep. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. Yep. There's the data right there. What he said and what he did. If I were president, the Ukraine war would have been settled in 1 day, 24 hours. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I want peace, said the piece of shit. All right. Look at this money being spent in the military-industrial complex. No anger. And again, once upon a time, every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies in the final sense a theft from those who hunger and are not fed. Those who are cold and not clothed. The world in arms is not spending money alone. It's spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of the scientists, the hopes of its children. This is not a way of life at all in any true sense. Under the clouds of war, it's humanity hanging on a cross of iron, said Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, supreme commander of the Allied forces in World War II and 2-term president. A real man that saw how terrible it was and wanted it ended. And it's not only the United States doing it. That little dick, if he has one, Macron the Catson. No, we're building up our military. That little root boy over there, Daddy, he calls Trump, yeah, building up the military, NATO. Germany, Merz, recession. In recession, for 2 years, we're going to borrow $1 trillion. We're going to build up our infrastructure too. Got to stop them Russians who only killed 25 million of them in World War II. One country after another, building up their military as the people get poorer. No outrage. Nope.
Celente then delves into what he believes is the next major crisis, the dot-com bust 2.0. He points to the growing overvaluation of tech companies, a surge in AI hype, and China's rapid rise in the AI arms race. The illusion of perpetual growth in tech, much like the early 2000s, is bound to collapse, he warns. Citing a Wall Street Journal article, he emphasizes that Chinese AI firms are closing in on U.S. dominance, eroding America's edge. He warns of an escalating global arms race, not just in weapons, but in artificial intelligence.
Yeah. So U.S. payrolls increased 147,000 jobs. Yep. And again, the facts are all there of where the jobs are. Government employment posted a large gain. 73,000 jobs. It's a fucking joke. 73,000 out of 144,000. Yep. And then again, you look at the other jobs that were created, and healthcare, 39,000. Social assistance, 19,000. This is not building the economy up, but that's what the press did. That's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. We give you the truth. European junk bond market drowns in deals as investors cut U.S. exposure. Very important. Very important. Article in the Financial Times. Eurozone joblessness reached 6.3% in May. It's up, and it's just getting worse. And again, the good jobs aren't being created. U.S. and Vietnam strike a deal, Trump says. Yep. It's still 20% tariff. We'll see what the deal is. And when you really look at the numbers here, it's quite shocking. The United States imported $136.6 billion of goods from Vietnam in 2024. It exported only $13.1 billion. This is the Vietnam. I grew up during the Vietnam War. They taught us to hate the Vietnamese. Those commies take over the Vietnam. They're going to take over all of Asia. Yeah. How they taught you to hate them. But hey, we're doing business with them. It's okay. Of course, I went to Vietnam in 1996. The people were so nice. Only had one incident. And again, as a young kid, I was stupid enough to believe the bullshit that they were selling, by the mainstream media. I started repeating things, and my father, may he rest in peace, said to me, "Papagalo, stop repeating what everybody else is saying and think for yourself." Yeah. And I started to learn. I got to around 32 years old. I just started to grow up, and that's when I became a political atheist. But again, shows you the hypocrisy. And slimeball Bill Clinton and all the others sending all these jobs and killing our manufacturing in this country. Brought China into the World Trade Organization. Oh, they're a commie country too. Yeah, that's all right. Shut the hell up. Again, I don't care what country, I don't care about their politics. I'm just saying it's bullshit. And again, I approve tariffs. Wall Street hangs on to deal hopes. So the merger and acquisition, each week we do columns, bigs get bigger, and the bigs are getting very much bigger. It's in your Trends Journal, and we talk about the jobs that are being lost every week. Every week we show you what jobs are being lost, and good jobs are going down the toilet. It's crummy jobs that are being, and again, the job losses, the worse the economy goes, the worse it's going to get. Amazon nears robotics milestone. This is an article in the Wall Street Journal. Robotics, AI, it's the future. Jobs are going to continue to be lost. What do we have here? You ready? One of our trends is the dot-com bust. China is quickly gaining an AI race. Yep. This is also from the Wall Street Journal. Chinese artificial intelligence companies are loosening the U.S.'s global stranglehold on AI, challenging U.S. superiority, and setting the stage for global arms race in the technology. How long ago did we say this? Oh, January. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. They're just saying it, and they don't have the facts that we do. So get ready for the dot-com bust. This thing is artificially being propped up. Yep. Spectrus agrees to $5.6 billion KKR buyout. Home Depot, $4.3 million. Buying GMS, a building products distributor. One after another. Yep. And UK antitrust watchdog approves Aviva takeover of Direct Line. Yep. Again, one after another, the bigs keep getting bigger.
In a world drowning in fake headlines, rigged data, and elite propaganda, Gerald Celente stands as a rare voice of brutal honesty. Whether it's the deception of job reports, the endless greed of billionaire tax cuts, or the terrifying consequences of global militarization, Celente reminds us that freedom isn't free, and the truth doesn't come pre-packaged on the evening news. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more uncensored truth from voices like Gerald Celente. And remember, stay alert, stay informed, and most importantly, think for yourself. Until next time, this is your wake-up call. Are you ready to hear it? Please like and subscribe.